Assalamu alaikum YouTubers. Start with may peace and blessings be upon all of you. Now I've got this Nesspresso Aeroccino 4 and I'm not gonna make this sort of a usual video today. I am a sort of a person who tests the things out of their limits. Now we know it comes with the measurements of about I think 110, just about there, that bottom line you can see for 110 ml for froth milk, whereas I'm gonna test it out of its limits to try to see if we can get 220 ml milk to get it done on froth setting. So without any delay, let's just see. This is, you can see, about 220 ml milk in it. So I'm just pouring it about 220 milk. So now 220 ml milk is about, comes onto the top line where it says without frothing, the level it shows on that. But whereas 110 ml is quite very small amount of milk, in case if you want to make a large cup of latte, or if you want to make it like, you know, share with two persons, and you want to do it like in one go. So let's see what it can handle. This is the max froth. I'm gonna do it on 220 ml. Here you go, and we will see if it copes with it with the 220 ml milk, and we can probably then push it to get that much of amount of milk in one go out of it or not. Now what it's doing is heating up the milk as well at the same time. Right, another thing I'm gonna suggest over here, I've been reading quite a lot of reviews saying once it heats up the milk, then it needs quite a lot of time to required to get it cooled down for you to prepare another milk in it. But the one easy solution I've come across with, which is even best for people who likes even quite hot milk in their tea or in their coffee, whatever they're using, the best thing I would say is to put a milk into a jug or anything, cup or something, and then just put in microwave, heat it up like quite max, and then you put that back straight away into the Nesspresso Aeroccino 4, and press the cold milk frother button rather than the hot one, and it will definitely straight away start creating the froth and give you quite hot milk instead of what it gives you on this one, a bit like warmish milk rather than hot milk. So mostly I've been using it. Here you go, it's gone off, and you can see the milk did not come out. So I think it's something we can use to make 220 ml of froth milk. It's come really on the top of the jug. So let's start pouring. Let me just push it into a bit of a light here. Right, do apologize as I'm trying to make the video and holding the phone in one hand and doing it from other hand at the same time, so apologies for the bad video quality. Now okay, let's just pour this milk. Right, one thing I've noticed, it has made quite good froth, to be honest. It's not bad at all. So we can definitely get about 220 milk froth done in it at the same time. But I must admit, when you put 110 ml milk, you're gonna get a bit more froth, but by any means it's not less froth at all. So it's still quite nice frothy milk here. So what I'm gonna try doing now, I'm gonna heat up the milk 220 ml in microwave, 220 ml in microwave, boil it and then put it onto the cold froth, and then let's see what's the result of the boiling hot milk. For 220 ml milk, it gives us what sort of a texture of the milk and the quality of the froth. So just bear with me and let me just pour some milk in a jug and I'll be right back. Right, okay, you can see I've got here about 220 ml milk, and I'm just going to put it in the microwave to boil it. And once the milk comes out boiling, I'll be back by then. In the meantime, I'll just rinse this out. So hopefully it will not stick to the sides of the jug. Whereas I haven't had any problem like that, the milk being quite hot and then burning onto inside the jug, so I haven't had this problem yet. But still I will rinse it out. And well, you could see the milk is in the microwave started to boil, so I'm just going to let it boil proper. Oops, it was about to come out, so now let's take it out. Oh, it's nice and boiling milk. Now this test is especially quite beneficial for the people who think once they heat up the milk, do on the froth thing, they cannot use it straight away. Whereas I have just done the heated milk. Not only like heated milk is quite boiling milk, and not only I'm not doing it on to the level the manufacturer has suggested 110 ml milk. I'm doing on to 220 ml milk. So boiling hot milk, 220 ml milk to make froth. I'm just going to press this cold milk stop button. So we don't want it to heat up the milk anymore because it's already heated, and also it's not gonna heat up. It's not gonna work if I press the heat up button, because the heat inside the cup, it will not allow it to work until, yes, it will cool down. But that's not a problem at all. As I said, once you heat up the milk separately in the microwave, you can easily push this cold froth button, and it will start creating the froth out of the boiling hot milk. And again, I'm just like pushing it to out of its limits, and I have put the double quantity of the milk in it to create the froth as what the manufacturer has suggested. So let's see how it comes out. Now, especially like with this option to make the milk hot separately and put in it on a cold button, you can keep on doing this as many times as you want. You don't really need to for the device to get cool down and then you heat up another thing. And again, also in this way you can in fact put the boiling hot milk rather than having a warm milk on this setting. Now it's already stopped. I've just realized it's quite hot, so with one hand it's a bit difficult for me. Okay, now you can see it has made a quite nice and creamy milk over here. Now this milk is very boiling hot, so instead of pouring it into the glass, I would get something more appropriate to put the boiling hot milk. And Right, yes, it has made quite nice froth in the end. You can see it's coming out, but I think it did make a bit better onto the max froth setting. But what I'm gonna do, as I said, I like testing the things out of their limits. I'm going to run it again onto the cold milk setting to see if we can create the quantity of froth a bit more, doing it twice in it rather than only once. So here you go, it's working again. To be honest, like I was a bit surprised after getting it, like that the quantity of milk froth it allows you to make is only 110 ml, which is very small. Like if someone like me likes quite creamy milky coffee, rather than having more milk in the coffee, or even in fact tea as well at time, but it still works fine for people. Obviously they don't drink that much of a milk in their coffee or tea, but for people who like having a bit more milk in their tea or coffee, I'm definitely pushing it out of the limits especially for them people. Now as you can see, I'm doing the double quantity of the milk in it and put the boiling hot milk to create the froth, and ran it to a second time to create the froth, and it just stopped again. Now just sort of shake it a little bit like that, shake it, just give it a bit of a tap, shake it. Now it does seem like it has done a bad job. Oh yes, oh yeah, you can see the milk has gone a bit more thicker and creamier, and the volume has increased as well, for sure. Right, so here you go. Experiment successful, I must say. You can definitely do the double quantity of the milk in it to create froth. Also you can use the hot milk in it and create hot milk froth quite constantly, as many times as you want, with the technique I've just showed you, warming the milk separately in the microwave and then put it back in it. So I really hope you guys would enjoy this video, and anything you would like to ask, just leave it in the comments box and I will try my best to answer those questions. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Allah Hafiz.